James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
Not real. Hello. No, I'm not going to go for 8 of 8. The other two each require a full playthrough on their own, and I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to do it. This game still holds up amazingly well. I also need to retract or rescind any analysis or opinions that I gave out while I was playing Silent Hill 2 Remake. Since I wrapped up the game, I realized, oh, I can watch videos about this now. and I became very Silent Hill 2 brained, but also listening to like anybody else talk about it, I'm reminded rapidly of like, oh yeah, my analysis of things sucks. And there's all these YouTubers who we have this glut of high quality analysis YouTubers because a lot of people sunk $60,000 or whatever
James,
into
honey,
a
did something happen to you?
into like a literature related degree or whatever, and now all they do is just make videos explaining why things are the way they are. They call me Mr. Normal. It feels wild to look at this one after having just played the remake, because this one, first of all, this one holds up so well, but also the remake is so complementary to this, is how I feel about it now. Kind of similar to how I felt about
Mary,
Resident Evil 2 remake
could you really be in this town?
and Resident Evil 1 remake. Both fucking stellar. You in this town, Mary? In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. It still looks so good to me. It has made me want to play all the Silent Hill games.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
God, this
I
still
got a
so
letter.
good.
The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
Yeah, Pubs, when I say all the Silent Hill
So then,
games,
why am I looking for her?
let it be known that
Our special place.
that only includes 4 games.
What could she mean?
And they're all
This whole town was our special place.
just the first 4.
Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water.
Although sometime I should probably play
Could
the other
Mary
ones.
really be there?
I
Is
know
she
they're
really
shit, but I've
alive?
never played them, so.
Waiting for me?
Yeah, you get really used to the other one, right? Remake James really grew on me because the voice acting was just so fantastic. And, you know, initially I had issues with the way that he looked because James in this just does not look like that to me. Um, this James, in my opinion, is not handsome. He has a very box-shaped face and head. Whereas remake James is honestly pretty handsome. He has a more kind of, you know, angular jaw. And also, there is a kind of funny quality to all of the characters in this game where they all have Steve Buscemi face. Ree James does look like Leon from the back. You're right about that. But I've only fully played 2 and 3. Good old tank controls, baby. My favorite. I love them. We come! Exclamation point. Hell yeah, Silent Hill. Silent Hill is gooning out here.
Guess what? Come!
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, there's different qualities to both approaches. I am firmly in the camp of that they made the right choices for the remake. I think that the over-the-shoulder camera was a good choice. But to do that, various things had to change. That was just required. The remake obviously has a better combat system. I think that's a no-brainer, though, because Silent Hill 2 is not famous for its incredible combat system. And to be honest, I would say most modern games make the combat systems in most retro games look like fucking dog shit. I don't know if I agree with that info. But then again, you know, I'm biased. Well, I guess you're right in that for a mainstream game, a triple A quote unquote release, you're right. Your casual video game enjoyer is not gonna probably want to play a game that has a camera like this. Yeah, I mean, indie games will do it, but nobody gives a fuck about indie games. And when I say that, I don't mean nobody. I don't mean zero people. I mean mainstream It just doesn't even touch the wider audience of video games. We are nobody. We are nobody. I'm hyperbolizing with my nobody. Yeah, I really need to actually complete 1 and 4. And I have a really big itch to play through 3 again. 3 is my personal favorite, but it's a tight race between 2 and 3 for me. Because I also love 2, but I'm a big fan of the Heather Mason character and various aesthetic things and musical things and so on from 3 that just pushes it over the top for me. But 2 has obviously the better story. And to be frank, I would be surprised, very surprised, if any of the other games get a remake. Even if Silent Hill 2 does well.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the
You can't
fog
trust
either.
anything with Konami.
Okay,
It's-
I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone.
Who is it?
Someone... very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen
Looks
her.
like if you touched him, you would both enjoy it.
I thought my father and brother were here, but
Architect, thank you for 85 months.
I can't find them either.
And Sid, thank you for those biddies earlier.
I'm sorry. It's not your
No,
problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
The voice acting is rough by today's standards. But the voice acting is pretty good by release standards.
What is it?
Oh. Nothing. Sure is quiet here, huh?
I guess.
I think they did an amazing job with Angela's character in the remake. In fact, I think they actually improved on her story pretty strongly in the remake.
Aren't you looking for someone?
That's right.
I think her story comes across much more clearly. And the voice acting work is just mwah. I think the other games are all too experimental. You have to think about it like this. When they were coming out, they were new ventures. Each one, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then each that came after that, they were all new ventures. And that's the sort of thing, compared to a remake, that a company like Konami is going to go for, right? With a remake, their perspective is going to be a little bit different. And they're probably going to look historically back and be like, well, how did this one do, you know? Like, there's a reason that they didn't remake the first game. Kind of like same story with Resident Evil, right?
She got a 2-treat bounce on this note.
Nice.
That was good. It was not intentional, but it was very nice.
He's a talented boy. If you look at Resident Evil, they remade the first game way back on GameCube, and that got a re-release on PC, but otherwise they've just not gone back to Resident Evil 1, you know? When they decided to start their new wave of remakes, they actually started with Resident Evil 2. And then they did 3 and 4. I have not heard, so I could be wrong here, but I would be really surprised if they continue. I don't think they would ever bother remaking Code Veronica. Because Code Veronica was probably not a big seller. Probably not an important title in the franchise, you know? Resident Evil 0. That's absurd. That's an absurd rumor. I don't believe that one. I don't think Dino Crisis is a big deal to them either, you know? I think as far as they're concerned, it was a thing they tried. And, 95... It's over with. Shade the Snake, thank you for 95 months. I think it's all just rumors. I just don't know if I see them continuing to do remakes. I mean, if you look at 3 was kind of was like a half-assed one, right? I enjoyed it, but I still have not played the original 3, and all I know is people were not happy with 3. They're not gonna remake Resident Evil 1 remake. That one I believe the least. That probably stems off of 0, because 0 used the same engine as Resident Evil Remake. Which, both of those I still hold near and dear to my heart, although Resident Evil 0 is another wrong I need to right, because I played it, but I never have finished Resident Evil 0. I think I got quite deep into it, and it was just one of those things where I just did not. Yeah, I want to. I definitely want to play Resident Evil 3. That seems like a wild one to be the only one that you've played through. I think the other Silent Hills would be pretty rough for me to play through. I would be hating the whole time. My first Resident Evil was Code Veronica, actually. Yeah. Because I didn't have a PlayStation 1, so I missed 1, 2, and 3. And then Code Veronica is actually the 4th Resident Evil game. Came out on Dreamcast. I got it, played it, loved it. And then my next one was Resident Evil 1 Remake and Resident Evil 0, because those came out of the GameCube. And then, funny enough, I skipped Resident Evil 4, which was really the hot one. That was the one people really loved. And I skipped it for whatever reason. Didn't play that until quite a while later. And then I played Resident Evil 5, and didn't play 6. This road really goes on a lot farther than I expected it to. Oh. It was the way to go. There goes our little friend. That was a wife-shaped shadow, James. You should follow it. Sith, thank you for the biddies. More blood. Blood. I got a health drink. I got a health drink. Is that our friend Radio that I hear in the distance? How do you not see that? Trying to find the fight button. I actually don't know what it is. It's not triangle. It's not square. It's not X. It's not circle. It must be something. Okay, I have to hold the trigger. I have to hold the trigger.
Dead?
And then hit X. And then
What the hell is it?
we do a couple of bonks.
It's not human.
It was hold ready, and then X. Square does nothing. We gave it a good couple of bonks there.
Oh, yeah. This thing broken? What the? I
You can
better
pretty
take it
clearly hear
I'm
her
making
say
it.
there, "Why did you kill me?" Yeah, I went deep on Silent Hill 2 deep dive videos, analysis videos. There's a lot of stuff that now that I've heard someone explain it really clearly, I'm like, oh, you know what? I think that all makes so much more sense than anything I was thinking. To be honest, there's stuff that I feel almost ashamed of, like, not knowing and not having ever pieced together somehow. No. No. Unfortunately, none really come to mind. I just kind of was like in a fever dream on YouTube. I couldn't even tell you the name of the channel. I'd have to go look at what my, like, watch history is. Just like that, huh? Oh my god, the combat in this is a nightmare. Like, it's hard to get close enough. It's hard to avoid their bullshit. No. Kick it, would you? I forgot how insanely jank the combat is. It's absurd. It is absurd. Yeah, the way that he swings is really crazy. That's when this game looks the most dated, is when you're in combat, I think. Oh, gosh. There was one YouTuber who had some videos that were alright. Their name was something, it was like Fat something. Fat Ed or something like that. I wish I could remember more clearly for you. And then, oh man. If you do extra swings, you're not going to be able to take care of this piece of shit. It's going to get away. And then another one... Yeah, I actually watched 2 of his channels. So I was interested in his remake playthrough, and I only remember the name of the second channel, which was called Extra Useless. Maybe Fat Brett? Probably. Yeah, that seems right. He had some good videos that were just talking about, like, Mr. Period Man. Pyramid Man? Period Man, I said. Mr. Period Man, famous Silent Hill 2 character. Gosh, they open up with that instantaneously. I love the fucking pathetic little kick that James does. It's the most jank looking shit. I didn't remember it being so janky. But janky it is. I would say the thing that that made me feel the most stupid that I didn't know, that I hadn't pieced together even after 2 playthroughs, was, and this is so obvious too. I'm embarrassed to say it with my whole face, but Mary didn't die 3 years ago. She died, like, days before the events of Silent Hill 2. He basically just killed her. And if you think about it, it's pretty clear. And I feel super dumb for not putting that together. You didn't get that either? Well, thank you for your solidarity. I feel less alone now. Basically, you know how Laura is in the game, and Laura has that letter from Mary, and Mary's like, happy 8th birthday, and then James is like, how old are you anyway? Hey, it's Neely's bar. And she says, I'm 8. My birthday was last week. And James starts to have confusion. Right? Because he's like, no, that's not possible. That's not possible. I think it's fair to have the impression that she's just not real, to be honest. Because it's so out of place. And, you know, we're experiencing things from James' perspective, which, you know, from his perspective, how could there be a little girl, 8 years old, running around this town, unsupervised, unprotected, unarmed? Well, that's because she isn't experiencing the same reality that James is. I mean, it's one of those things that is fully open to interpretation. But I believe that all the other people that you meet in this game are real people, apart from one. And they're all having different experiences. I'm just going for a stroll across town. the sheets. I don't actually view it as that they're all in hell. Oh, and there's nothing else to it, so it was not helpful at all, dead guy. Dead guy who is wearing exactly the same clothes as James. That's another thing everybody loves to point out. All the corpses around town are all wearing James's outfit. They're all James. Which is an interesting little funny thing. In Angela's case, so as opposed to hell, the way that I interpret what's going on is that it is just manifestation. Manifestation of emotions and experiences and things like that. And I think that what describes what Angela is feeling is hatred and anger, and it's got this consumption aspect to it. Fire consumes. Fire is hot. Fire is intense and immediate and constant, and it really is analogous to fury, hatred, rage. One of the lines that I really hung on when she meets James on those stairs, and she says, when she thinks that she's talking to her mama, she says, maybe then I can finally rest. And to me, that sounds like she was maybe looking for mama so she could kill her as well. Not because she I don't know, I'm thinking maybe mama wasn't any better than the father and the brother. Does that make sense? It's not very explicit, but it kind of seems like that's part of her story, is this vengeance, just sort of trying to assuage or quiet the rage. Can I kick this? I guess I can't. James, you have no range with this stick. Why are you like this? No, I wanted you to stomp on it. Kick it. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like they do a ton of damage. Oh, wow. You don't really have a lot of indication that you are basically dead. Is there... Was I hearing a clown on a unicycle out here? Hello? What is that? God, I will say I was just reminded of some shit from, oh, is it that bug? Is that what's making that fucking racket? That stupid little bug? It is! What the fuck? They make a horrible sound. Stupid little bugs. No, I don't. I mean, you're welcome to it, Doug, but I don't agree with that take at all. The reason is that she already killed her abusers, right? That's what really stuck in my mind, was like, you already can rest, you know, as much as you can with that kind of a trauma in your life, but I have to say, Silent Hill 3 is a big leap. Oh shit, I just remembered also that fucking I only have Silent Hill 4 on the Xbox, and the Xbox is fucking down for the count. Ugh. That sucks. I gotta get it fixed up. The Comey set me up a soldering station. It's on GOG. Yeah, I guess that's a way to play. Good. Yeah, I forgot that 2, 3, and 4 got PC releases. I actually have 3 for the PC. Someone sent it to me a long time ago. Unfortunately, I think something bad happened to the discs. Not by me. They came that way. They had some kind of gunk. But I should probably get out of here. I should probably skedaddle. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people seem to be really into the enhanced edition on PC. For myself, I always feel like this is the way. This is the way I remember. Good old 4:3 aspect ratio on the PS2. We could do a fast car mod, yeah. For all the zero cars driving around. But yeah, thanks for hanging with me. Sorry for the late and short stream. I actually had intended on starting Alan Wake 2 tonight, but this day fucked me up. And then additionally, I hadn't started downloading it and forgot, because I never play anything on the Epic Games Store. I forgot that their downloading sucks shit. And that was a huge game. So it might be downloaded by now. Who knows? But yeah, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next stream.